The Springboks have never won the Rugby Championship, and tonight it sits on their doorstep for the taking. The situation is rather simple. Win tonight against the Pumas and the trophy is theirs. The next 80 minutes will define this Rugby Championship season. Hello everyone and welcome along to your home of rugby and the final Rugby Championship matchup of 2019. The title is still up for grabs and it comes down to tonight's result as to who will take this trophy back home. Of course, the Argentinians are out of the equation, but the Springboks are fully in with a chance and the favourites to take the trophy home. The Wallabies still with an option to take it away as well after their resounding victory over the All Blacks just a few hours ago. Tonight, the Springboks should take it away and they've got to beat this Argentinian side. And the Pumas have named what we've come to expect, a pretty strong side as well. Kicking things off in the front row, Chaparro will partner alongside Creevy and Fagalo. Alimalo will partner Kramer in the second row with Captain Matera in the back row alongside Desio and Facundo Issa at number 8. Tomas Cabelli and Nicolas Sanchez will once again run things in the 9 and 10 positions, with Geronimo De La Fuente and Matthias Moroni alongside them in midfield. It's a dangerous and very explosive Ramiro Mojano on the left wing with Santiago Cordero on the right and Emiliano Boffelli completing a very dangerous back three combination. Can the Pumas upset the apple cart and launch themselves up from their bottom position? They've got the wooden spoon already, but they could make a statement heading into the Rugby World Cup. Now the Springboks have named a very strong team that has taken the Rugby Championship by storm this season as well. Of course, the highlight being the draw in Wellington against the All Blacks. They disposed of the Wallabies in the opening round at home, and now they can finish the trifecta by disposing of the Pumas tonight. They've built a very strong side in the front row that has built enormous depth in just the 3 rounds of this tournament so far this season. Starting off in the front row tonight will be Tendai Tawera. Alongside him and hooker will be Bongi Mbanabi and Trevor Naikani on the tight end side of that front row. Ebenezer Beek will be in the second row. Alongside him will be Franco Mostert to complete the locking partnership. Into the back row, the captain is here once again, Dane Vermeulen at number 8, and inside him will be Peter Steptoe at 7 and Quagga Smith at 6. Into the back line, and it's the exciting Faf de Klerk who starts yet again in the number 9 jumper with the complete Andre Pollard outside him at fly half. The midfield combination has looked dangerous all season long, and Damon Delende once again starts an inside centre with the Kanyo arm outside him at 13. The back three dangerous as all are these days. Cheslin Colby will be on the right, Marcus Mabimpi on the left side, and Billy LaRue will be at fullback for the Springboks as they look to take home the Rugby Championship for the first time in their history. It'll be a monumental day, and it'll be a great build-up to the Rugby World Cup for the Springboks as well. Starting with the Pumas, who will kick the game underway. Nicolas Sanchez and his pretty little orange boots will have the job to get the game underway. Referee quickly blows whistle, and Sanchez, not messing about, has kicked off deep and long, down to arm. And the Kanyo arm takes the first tackle of the game, and just outside the Springboks 22, they fight hard for the ball. And Faf de Klerk is having a tough old time to find it back, but he does get it now when he looks to box kick this one away. A couple of steps to his right, and up it goes. Boffelli, oh, he's messed it up! And a chase that goes straight to the path of Faf de Klerk. Robinson ahead. De Klerk, another one, and a try. Faf de Klerk with an absolute scorcher of a try to kick off this Rugby Championship fixture. We're only minutes in, and Faf de Klerk has spoiled the fans with an absolutely amazing piece of skill. A mistake at the back from Boffelli, and the know-how, the whereabouts, and the technical ability of Faf de Klerk. This is extraordinary. Just chasing his own kick, doing the basics well, and look at the reward it gets him. Fantastic work from de Klerk. Straight off the kickoff, pretty much one phase in. He takes the box kick. Boffelli scuffs it at the back and it falls straight in the path of the little number 9. And just that technical skill to just keep on grubbering it forward, keep it on the ground, keep it moving. And no one in a blue and white hood show could stop the momentum flow there. As Andre Pollard adds extra 2 at 7-0 very early on here for the Springboks. And they look very hot off the whistle as well. Back underway we go. Sanchez, it's just been a couple of minutes since he kicked off before, and this time he goes to Mbanabi, who sets it up on the left-hand side, and de Klerk, he's going for another one. This time Buffelli, he sets it up, he takes it in nicely. And now the Argentinians have a chance to attack down the right-hand side. Cordero does well, firing it back inside to find his captain Matera. Now they go Desio, putting it back in nicely, and is in charge of the line from Figalo. Big boys get involved. Here's Sanchez to the left side, and another run for Matera. Finding Alamano. Good ball away to Sanchez again. And the fly half almost cuts the defence in half. Cabelli away. Desio does well. What a ball too! Cordero down the line. Ball back inside, and it just breaks down. Springbok defence just hanging on by a whisker at the moment. Change of directions. Back in it goes to De La Fuente. And a strong run there by the inside centre. Waiting for it as it comes to the right-hand side. Over the top from Sanchez. And then will go Cordero. Not the first time tonight. He's threatened many times down that right. A couple of half breaks this time. Sanchez puts a huge hole over on the right. And Santiago Cordero is not a man you can give any free space to. Sanchez spots it very quickly, goes over the head of the player standing inside Cordero. Don't quite catch who that was. The cutout pass over his head. There it was Matera, it was his captain. He won't mind though, his team is back in the game. They've scored some points. It'll be up to the creator with a chance to draw them level. Sanchez, he's the one who floated the ball over the head of Matera, and he's the one who will take this conversion, and over it goes. Great kick from Sanchez, tough one. Well on the right-hand side, and the home team hit back. 7-7, Argentina, South Africa, all tied up after just 16 minutes of the game. Now it's the job of Pollard to put his team on the front foot, and he goes deep down into the 22 of the Pumas, and De La Fuente takes it down, and there's support there from Cordero again. And inside their 22 by a metre or two, they wait for Cabelli, who has a bit of a snipe, and he's going to lose his ball. It's a penalty! Oh, that was a bit too simple for the Springboks. Not securing the ball at all, the breakdown, and up and over they went. And they will take this penalty now to the sticks or to the corner. It is to the uprights they will look, and when you've got a sharpshooter like Andre Pollard on your side, there's no excuse not to take the 3 on offer. A tight match so far, but these sort of opportunities right now could be the difference maker. Both sides have taken some good chances early to put themselves on the board, but Pollard, no problems there. He adds the extra 3, and it's 10 points to 7. The South Africans take the lead back. And the Pumas back to the halfway line again, who've had plenty of action inside this opening 22 minutes. And it's back to Nicolas Sanchez, who does what the tactic seems to have been tonight, and that is to go long. And Franco Mostert drives it in, and Mbanabi waits and tries to secure the ball, but he's got stuck in the ruck, and it's the bean to do the job instead. He finds Delende away to Marcus Oliver Pimpi. Down the left-hand wing goes Mapimpi, kicks ahead and chasing hard as Pollard. It goes into the Pumas 22. Cordero chasing hard, and he had to do a long chase there. Santiago Cordero putting the wheels on to get back in support. Big tackle there. Sanchez loses the ball. Springboks lose it straight back. And some tough work there.
Crouch.
Stealing the ball off the Springboks, but now they have the scrum feed back. And it's just 5 metres out. And they charge at it nicely. It's a steady scrum. The side giving an inch at the moment. Up to Clark, waits for it. And Vermeulen has taken it up himself and he charges. Straight the first defender he finds and it's taken back a couple of metres to Toy. Away to Delendi who tries to cut back on the inside. They go, continue to the right. Pollard away to Arm, and he's got big support out wide. Cheslin Colby, well deserved for the season he's had, and he dots down in the right-hand corner. Well, too narrow defence there were the Pumas. And Argentina suffer their second conceded try, and it's two very different ways to concede as well. They'll be wondering what they've got to do to shut down the Springbok machine at the moment, who are looking very hot. Faf de Klerk, Pollard, they found the space. Just drew in that defender enough to keep him in two minds. Make sure he wasn't going to slide too far out and cut off that corner for Colby. It's a good draw though from the outside centre. And Pollard, of course, the man who started it all, he spotted the room, he called for the ball to go right. And the lead now up to 8 points in this conversion to make it 10 for Pollard. Very good kick. As you would expect, Sanchez and Pollard pulling the strings, not only in general play, but also off the tee. 17-7. It is 2 tries to 1, but the penalty goal is a big difference at the moment. It's a lead now. It's 10 points. Well, Sanchez hasn't had the half to remember so far as his team trails, and again it's the Springboks who take the kick-off down in their own 22. They've lost it though! Great turnover there from Desio. They come quickly out wide. Cordero dummies away! Leroux across! And Cordero's into touch. Wow, that was a big meeting of the two in the corner as Cordero went for the chalk, but Philly Leroux scrags him into touch. Just in the nick of time. Imbanami looks ready to beat, but it's missed, and Quagga Smith's gone back to Pollard, and on his own line, he just hacks us in the touch. He's had enough. Under pressure like that, Pollard happy to send the two sides to the halftime break. It is the Springboks leading the Pumas, 17 points to 7 at the halfway line, and it has been a fairly tightly contested contest so far as well. Argentina have had plenty of chances. In fact, you could say they've had more with 3 line breaks to 2 over the Springboks. They've had more ball, they've had more territory, but they just haven't done enough with it. Some poor defensive lapses have seen the Springboks cross twice in 2 very, very different sorts of fashion. Very early through Faf de Klerk, a box kick that was hashed up by Buffelli, and then he grubbed it ahead multiple times, and then just width out to Cheslin Colby, and they could not handle that. The Argentinians, their defence too narrow, too easy to get on the outside of, and they conceded their second. You've got to say though, they fought back decently enough as well, getting their own try through Santiago Cordero, who has been the most elusive player and the most dangerous looking in the blue and white hoop shirt. His work down the right hand side has produced 1 try, and you say that's the avenue they've got to go if they want to get more. 17-7 the halftime score. Plenty to do here for Argentina. Springboks will be hoping they can hang on though. The Rugby Championship still on the line. So the Springboks have the lead, and they'll be the ones to resume this matchup. Andre Pollard, who has been on top of his game tonight, controlling the Springboks in the outside plays and kicking generally very well alongside Faf de Klerk as we get our game underway again. And it's again another deep kick, which has been what all the players been by the fly halves getting the game underway. Sanchez is hammered again. He can't get his kicks away, and it's becoming an issue now as Imbanami fires in a Pollard. Taken high for Gallo. Oh, it's going to be a yellow card. Referees having none of it. And the Pumas lose a man to the bin for 10 minutes, and it sure is one for Gallo. Picked up from Colby. That was the knock on. And it went out through the backs after there. And Imbanami fired it away to Pollard, who was wrapped up in a big clothesline tackle from one for Gallo. And that's 10 in the bin. Straight after half time. Not when you want to do it. And look at the Springboks here. Quickly opting for the shot at 3, and Pollard obliges. That's an easy 3 points straight out the whistle. And the lead is 16 and now out to 13, 20 points to 7. And Figalo missing from the front row. That's going to be a problem for the Argentinians. Sanchez, he'll be wishing he could sit a bit deeper and get his kicks away from his own goal at the moment because his team is suffering without the ability to clear. But it's a turnover and they charge through Isa. And Facundo Isa gets up to the 22. Quickly they go to the left-hand side. A good piece of play and it's out to Matoja. He goes high. A very debatable kick here. Who's going to take it? Vinny LaRue climbs high and takes the mark. Wow, that was dangerous there. Big opportunity from Mario Mojano. And actually look where Sanchez is taking that kick from. He's got no angle at all. And he's just smacked it as well as he could. But it has gone out, probably only 10 or 15 metres up from where he kicked it. And it's a real chance now for the Pumas. Out of the back, Sanchez gives a little grubber kick through. This could be dangerous, but Vinny LaRue's there. And he shepherds ball in the face of Augustine Clevey. And they're not happy. Tyce Moroney that time throwing the water bottle away in complete anger. And the wasted chance. Here's Pollard though, getting us back in. Well, there's no one back there. Disarray here in the Pumas camp as no one's taking this ball. No one's covering the back. And they've just gone back a good 80 metres. And a desperate rush clearance kick there from Moroney it is again. And it's only gone just outside the 22. What a thumping dropout that was from Andre Pollard. You saw them running around too. And you just wondered what the plan was there. They were in disarray. They didn't have a plan to try and field that 22. Here's Pollard, however, as they go again. Delindi trying to spread it out. Arm Pippi. Here's another chance. Marcus Oliver Pippi. 1-on-1. Oh, he doesn't get away. Emiliano Boffelli, well done defending there in the corner. He's been questionable tonight as Boffelli, but that was one of the better plays we've seen. Another try to the Springboks would have surely put this one to bed as they pull it down at the front of the lineouts and they charge forward. This is a great ball at the moment from the Pumas as they get up to almost the 22. Now here's Figalo, he's going line himself. They chop and change and find room again. Sanchez out to Mojano. Here's a danger man, but it's a great tackle by Colby, and it's going to be a turnover as well. Pollard through the toy, and he started a forward pass. It's been picked up from Desio and turned over by Quagga Smith, who will go back for the original forward pass. Peter Steph Toy, I think the one guilty on that occasion, yes. Looking for Danger Mullen. Could not find him there.
Set.
Well, time ticks on. It's looking more and more unlikely that the Pumas going to get into this game. Here's Cabelli, misses out Sanchez, De La Fuente. They go wide to Cordero once again. It's been a real danger, and he gets on the outside of his marker and goes up to halfway. Turnover LaRue. Oh, he's been brilliant tonight. It's Vinny LaRue. Shut down the attacks. And it's just played a great positional game. Smith to intervene. They fire it quickly wide. Cesar Colby up against Mojano. Great tackle. Let's throw the credit back the other way now. Mojano's turned it over. And they attack down the left side. Button to touch. De La Fuente. Not the greatest play. Saw a man in the same coloured shirt, but he wasn't in the field of play. He just gives the ball back to the Springboks, who have been happy to take them. As Quagga Smith takes the line out the back that he was not expecting. Delindi didn't get the ball he wanted there either, as Pippi makes something of it. Half an attack down the left side. De Klerk with his room here down the left again, and it's the Kanduan. He's all alone, however. He needs some friends. Puts a little chip on top. Vermeulen's there. Oh, Vermeulen a chance. Just doesn't sit up for him. Argentina cover across to the back nicely. Matera. Oh, he's in goal. Driven back. Great tackle there. And the Springboks get another 5-metre scrum. Decent one too. De Klerk feeds as Vermeulen going to run this time. He's obviously got plenty of options. Just to the left of the uprights. Here is Vermeulen. He will run. Oh, it's a high tackle again. No arms this time. Dangerous work there from Emiliano Boffelli. He's just gone straight into Vermeulen. Complete disregard. And this could wind down the clock a lot here. As Pollard is going to line up another shot at goal. Will be the third penalty of the night for Pollard. Steps up, strikes it well, and that's another 3. And the scoreboard has just kept on ticking. Every time the Springboks come down, they take some points back. And that has been ultimately the big difference between the two sides. 2 minutes to go. And Argentina, their ship has sailed. Sanchez looks for one more chance. This is well taken there. Excellent work, Chaparro. The loose head prop climbs high and claims the ball for Argentina. Nothing play there, and it's really poor. They can't get away, Matera. He goes left side. They change directions, looking for a way through Cavalli. Now coming into play is Mojano. Does very well getting it out there. And Decio with a chance. Here's another one from Cavalli as he looked for Quintero. Couldn't get it to him. On the 10-metre line. Kramer. Oh, great ball from Kramer to Decio. Pops it back in field. Here's Cavalli. Oh, good offload, Cavalli. Oh, and Matera who'll score. Pablo Matera, the captain, scores for Argentina, but it'll be far too little, far too late. Disappointment on the Springboks' faces there to concede, but man, they've won this game, and when you look at the overall picture here, they are Rugby Championship winners, and that should be enough to put a smile on any Springbok fan's face, and the players as well. Great little finish here, tidy from the Pumas. Thomas Cavalli did very well. He took out the tackle of Mbanabi and then set free his back rower and captain, Pablo Matera. Great finish there from him. And it could have maybe put them in for chance to attack again if they had time. It would have been a nice little finish if they could have got it away earlier. But it will not be. And Sanchez adds the extra 2. And that will be that. 14 points to 23. Referee, what have you got to say? Full time is the call. And South Africa are Rugby Championship winners for 2019. Now the champion smiles on the face. Philly LaRue, he's got a grin, and boy, he should deserve it as well. He's been phenomenal tonight for the Springboks. Argentina, though, just not finishing their chances. Big workloads for that back row, especially the likes of Matera, Decio, and of course Facundo Issa as well. But all in all, 2 tries apiece. But the difference was the ill discipline from the Pumas that allowed Handré Pollard to knock over 3 penalty goals, and that was the tale of this game. Pablo Matera and Santiago Cordero picking up a try apiece. Nicolas Sanchez 2 out of 2 from the tee. On the other side of the scale, a very early try to Faf de Klerk, one of the greatest we've seen on any series so far. And of course, Cheston Colby finished off on the right-hand side with probably one of his easiest finishes to a try. Handré Pollard converted both those tries and of course added those 3 penalty goals as well to give them victors, 23 points to 14 over Argentina. Rugby Championship champions. That is a title South Africa have never held till this very day, till this night, and they should well celebrate for it as well. What a build-up to the Rugby World Cup this is for the Springboks. They've come from outside chances now to be a team putting everyone on notice. Great display, great show of discipline, and of course, picking up points at every given opportunity. How did the final stats look up? Well, you see Argentina all over it. All the possession, all the territory, 60 and 63%. That is a big chunk going their way. They made more line breaks, 7-5, but they conceded all the penalties. But you've got to look at that and say, from those stats, from those possession and territory and line break stats alone, they should have been scoring more points than they did. Compared to the South Africans, they were clinical. Just 5 line breaks, and they had only 40% of the ball, yet they put away the chances and opportunities they got and took points whenever they were on offer. Into the Argentinian half, they'll take 3. they'll take whatever they could get. And that has been the difference, and that makes them Rugby Championship victors for 2019. And that does wrap up the Rugby Championship series as well, as the season is quickly done and dusted. Just 3 rounds in 2019 because we've got that little thing of a Rugby World Cup coming up very, very soon. So that wraps it up. South Africa, they are your champions, and they'll take that form heading into the big dance as well. As for Argentina, another disappointing season in the blue and white hoops after that amazing success of the Jaguares. Now, they've got to try and turn those two things together and make them work in tandem, because Argentina, as a national side, is not performing as we would expect them to be. The World Cup is a big chance, though, for them to step it up another gear. They've got a lot of work to do. For me, though, that is my time done and dusted. Thank you for tuning in to the Rugby Championship Series this season. I'll see you again for plenty more World Cup build-up matches, and of course, the big one itself, the Rugby World Cup. So don't go anywhere, hit that subscribe button. Of course, don't forget to hit the like as well if you enjoyed today's video. Any Springbok fans out there, make sure to slap a like on it as well. But until we meet again, thank you all for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.